Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I am going to explain and practically demonstrate about default constructors in Java. So let's get started. So in the previous session, I explained about constructors in detail. Now in this session, as part of its continuation, I am going to cover default constructors. What are default constructors? So default constructors are the constructors which doesn't have any parameters. For example, here in this project, I'm going to create a new class. I'll just name this class as demo q. Okay, this is the name of the class I'm creating and I'm going to click on finish. So here a class got created, right? I'll just increase the font size a bit. So here a class got created, right? Inside this class, if I want to create a default constructor, how do I create? You see, constructors won't have return type. The name of the constructors is same as the name of the class. So here I'll simply write public. First I'm going to write public, guys. Public space demo q. Okay. The name of the constructor should match with the name of the class. That's correct. Circular brackets, starting of the constructor, ending of the constructor. So this is what is a default constructor. Okay, default constructor in Java. So here, if I write a constructor which doesn't have any parameters, okay, there is nothing but a constructor which doesn't have any parameters. So here I'll simply write system.out.println inside constructor I'll say. Okay, inside constructor I'll say. Now here, in parallel to this, okay, now here, this is a constructor, right? This is a class and there is a default constructor. I'm going to create one more class here. I'll just name this class as sample B class with main method I'll create, finish. So here there is a class, inside the class there is a constructor. Now here we have another class, inside that class we have main method. Now here I want to create an object for this class. Okay, I want to create an object for this class. How? New demo queue. I'll simply write this statement. Okay, this is the object creation statement. Here using the new keyword, I'm going to create an object for which class? Demo queue class. And here circular brackets are given as part of the object creation statement in Java, so that this part is nothing but the constructor calling statement. Here demo queue followed by the circular brackets together is nothing but the constructor calling statement. Which constructor it is going to call? This particular constructor which doesn't have any parameters. Okay, this is a constructor we have in this particular class, and that is being called when I am creating an object for this particular class. Okay, in the object creation of this particular statement, you see a constructor calling statement is there which is going to call this particular constructor. Here, optionally, you can remove this public also. Okay, despite of the public also, it will work. You see, this is the constructor. I'm calling the constructor from the object creation statement. Okay, I'm creating the object using the new keyword, and this is a constructor calling statement, and which is calling this particular constructor inside this class. Now let's run this code and see if this particular constructor calling statement in the object creation statement, which I created using the new keyword, is really calling this constructor in this class. Okay, the code inside the class should get executed, and in the output inside constructor should be printed. Let's find it out. Right click, run as Java application. You see, inside constructor got printed. I'll just move it to the right side here. Just give me a second. You can clearly see, guys, what is happening. I'll just decrease the font size a bit so that you can see everything. Here, there is a class containing a constructor, okay, without having any parameters. Now, from another class, from the main method, I'm going to create an object using the new keyword, and in that object creation statement, there is a constructor calling statement. The class name followed by circular brackets is nothing but the constructor calling statement, which is actually calling this constructor. When I run this particular code, because I can run this class because only this class has a main method. This class doesn't have the main method, so I can run from here, rightly, run as Java application. The moment I say that, what is happening? This constructor calling statement is calling this constructor in this class, and as this constructor is called, the code inside the constructor got executed, and the print statement inside this constructor got executed. That is, inside constructor got printed in the output console. This is a proof that the constructor has been called from here, and this particular constructor having no parameters got called and executed. That's the proof. Let me close this. Now guys, what if I remove this? What if I remove this constructor? I don't have any constructor now. Inside this demo queue class, do you have any constructor here? You see, I removed the code for the constructor, right? Now, am I getting an error in this constructor calling statement which is there in the object creation statement? Okay, am I getting an error here? In this constructor calling statement, you say I'm calling a constructor, but here constructor is not there, but still I'm not getting the error. Why? Because by default, Java, by default, internally or inbuilt wise, you can say, the moment you create a class in Java, whether you create a constructor or not, Java will maintain an inbuilt, an inbuilt default constructor. Even though you have not created a constructor here explicitly inside this class, by default, Java will maintain an inbuilt default constructor. An inbuilt default constructor will be maintained here by Java. They have not created it. That is the reason when you are creating an object here for this particular class which doesn't have a constructor, but this object creation statement has constructor calling statement, but here constructor is not there. But internally, Java will maintain this kind of hidden inbuilt default constructor. Okay, hidden inbuilt default constructor. Okay, inbuilt constructor is maintained here. How does it look? It may look like this, guys. Okay, it may look like this internally. So this constructor is already there in the Java. Okay, the moment you create a class, and if you don't create a constructor also, the Java will maintain this kind of constructor, an empty also. Okay, hidden inbuilt default empty constructor, which doesn't have any code. Blank. You see, starting of the constructor, ending of the in between the constructors, nothing is there. Such kind of constructor will be automatically by default will be maintained by the Java the moment you create a class. In every class, you see, even in the sample B also, a default inbuilt hidden empty constructor will be maintained by Java that you will not see, but it will be maintained. The moment you create your own constructor, the moment I create my own constructor, then this constructor will override this constructor. Okay, this constructor, the moment I create a constructor here explicitly, the hidden constructor will be ignored by Java. But if I don't create a constructor, Java will maintain a hidden inbuilt default empty constructor which doesn't have any code. That's the reason, you see, when I call this constructor, this hidden inbuilt default empty constructor is being called. Since it doesn't have any code, nothing will happen. That's the reason I'm not getting any error. Okay, even though there is no constructor here, even though there is no constructor here, okay, even though there is no constructor here, you see, Java is not giving me an error in this constructor calling statement. That's what is the reason. That's what is the proof. Okay, and also when you are explicitly creating a constructor, when you are explicitly creating a constructor, what will happen if I am creating a constructor here explicitly? This hidden inbuilt default empty constructor will be ignored by Java. It will not be maintained anymore. Okay, internally. So the preference will be given to this constructor. If I run this code, I'll not get any output because you see in this constructor nothing is there. So when I explicitly create a constructor, if I want to write a print statement, I can write. So the default hidden inbuilt empty constructor maintained by Java here internally will be ignored the moment you create your own constructor. So this constructor calling statement will not call this default hidden inbuilt empty constructor anymore. It will call the explicit constructor because you have created it. Until you create it, Java will maintain. Once you create it, Java will ignore this part. Okay. No, it will remove internally. Okay. So you see inside constructor got printed. That's great. And here, if you properly observe here, this constructor doesn't have any parameters. You can also specify the parameters, guys. For example, int a I am giving. I'm just passing the value 5. And I can print this a here also. Not a problem. Okay. So like methods, constructors can have single parameters, multiple parameters, and so on, guys. You see here, if I'm giving only one parameter in this constructor, okay, earlier constructor was empty. Constructor doesn't have any parameters, but now constructor is having one parameter. If I'm calling this constructor like this 5 will go into a and it will print inside constructor, 5 will be printed. Run this code inside constructor, 5 will be printed. Now, as I mentioned, you can create any number of, as I mentioned, you can create any number of parameters here. There is no limit. So here I'll pass 5 comma 4 and here I'll say a plus b. Let's see. Just I'm writing. So inside the constructor, the calculations are being happening. That is 5 plus 4, 9. The inside constructor 9 should be printed this time. You can create any number of parameters, 0 parameters or single parameter inside a constructor. There is no limit. Inside constructor 9 got printed. Okay. And if you don't create a constructor, by default, Java will maintain a hidden inbuilt default empty constructor. So hope guys you understood about, you see, if I comment this one, if I remove this parameterized constructor, Now it will not you know error is coming. Why? Because Java will not maintain a constructor having two parameters inside it. Okay, whatever the default hidden inbuilt empty constructor that Java is maintaining internally doesn't have any parameters. But here, when you are creating an object, you are in the constructor calling statement, you are providing two arguments. Here, parameters are not matching. That's why we are getting the errors. Until we create a constructor with these parameters, this error will not be gone. Okay, if I remove this, no problem because Java will maintain internally this one. Okay, fine. So what else is there here? And you can also create this object also, guys. For example, demo queue, right? Demo queue is equal to, and I can declare this. This is a full object creation statement, which is also work in the same fashion. Okay, there's no difference. If you only give this object got created, but you don't have any object reference. But if you want to refer to this particular object using an object reference, you need to declare the object reference with the same class. And there's a full statement for object creation statement, which I already covered in the previous sessions, right? So hope guys you understood about this default constructors and inbuilt hidden empty constructors maintained by Java when no constructor is explicitly created. And also you understood the constructors having zero parameters when explicitly created, and the constructors having one parameter and more than one parameters, or there is no limit for the number of parameters inside the constructors. So with this, we are done with this session. So see you in the next session where I'm going to cover the next topic. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye bye.